Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the official Nerd Talk channel. My name is Tyler, aka Mandarin, and I'm joined by my co-host, Mr. Stu. We are back for another episode of Nerd Talk for you guys. We are on episode 233, giving you guys a live watch along for Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, as we continue the road to Avengers: Doomsday, releasing in December of this year. What's going on, bro?
Not much, man. Well, I you know what? I take that back. It's a lot going on, but I ain't sweating it.
Yeah, man, I had a fine day. I woke up to it raining cats and dogs, but thankfully it stopped the minute I got to work. Work was work. I came home, hit the bed, and had some dinner. I'm ready to go, man. I didn't get to play none of my game, but that's what I got. If I don't work tomorrow, I'm not back at work till Thursday, so that's what I'm gonna be doing. Knee deep in Donkey Kong Bonanza, and that shit is fun. We have no news, and that's probably for the better because this might be the first time in 5 years that I'm not excited to do Nerd Talk. So we are gonna go straight into our watch along tonight. Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. Whoa, Quantumania. Dumbass title. If you do not know how our watch-alongs work, you grab your physical copy of the film. It is streaming on Disney Plus.
Mine is still in the plastic.
Oh, you were gonna say I'm watching this on Disney Plus. I did not know you had this.
It's still in the plastic, bro. I figured I wanted to open it on Nerd Talk. That says I have a Marvel movie still in the plastic. That says a lot about this movie.
Yikes. I swear to God, I did not know you owned that, bro. I thought you did not have it.
I got it for a Christmas gift.
I'm sorry. I think I'd rather take cold than that. All right. All right, so Jonathan and his player. Aiden, what's going on? Yeah, man, it's gonna be a lovely ride. I can't believe that you're watching this with us, but sure, go ahead. This movie's only 2 hours. I swear, I thought it was over 2 hours. Oh my gosh, I thought it was like 2:15. Why did I think this movie was that long? I thought this one was way longer than the other two. Maybe this movie just feels 3 hours long. All right. Are you queued up?
No.
I will say the IMAX enhanced version of this is very good on Disney Plus. It's pretty good. Even if it enhances the horrible CGI.
Why is it that some Disney 4Ks or some Marvel 4Ks more specifically give you the FBI warning and some don't? Like some, when you hit play movie, just goes straight into the movie.
I don't know.
But this gives me the FBI warning.
I always skip past that, so I always go to scene selection and then hit the first thing, so I don't get none of that. Been doing it my whole life.
All right. I am ready.
All right. We are going in 3, 2, 1. Play. I will be indulging in some liquid courage because I hate this movie. Please drink responsibly. That's definitely the reason because I swear I thought this movie was over 2 hours. You know what I'm mad about? We didn't rank the Phase 4 movies on Wednesday. Forgot about that. This was the first one in Phase 5.
Oh yeah, I guess we could do that tonight.
So, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania. It's directed by Peyton Reed once again. He directed the other two Ant-Man movies in the MCU, of which I liked the first one. I don't like Ant-Man and the Wasp. And I remember when this movie was coming out, I had a lot of questions because they were like that this movie was going to be like bigger and like, it's going to go way out there and it's going to be like this. They kept emphasizing this was going to be an Avengers level movie, which was weird. Like the scale of it, I guess, was going to be an Avengers level movie. And I was like, that's weird for an Ant-Man movie, but okay. I was really nervous because Peyton Reed was directing it, and I'm sorry, Peyton Reed can't direct himself out of a brown paper bag. And so I was like, Peyton Reed is doing this, really? Okay. Um, and I remember when the trailers came out, I was not impressed at all by these trailers. I thought the first trailer was not great. The second trailer was okay, but I was excited to see Kang, and it was exciting because it was, we they were hyping this up as like this is the build to Avengers Kang's Dynasty back when Kang's Dynasty was a thing. Like this was the start to that. Even the tagline for this movie, which I do love, it's like what is it like? Witness witness the beginning of a new dynasty. I was like, yo, like, all right, let's go. We're in it now. I remember watching this movie the first time and actually thinking it was okay. I was like, it wasn't, amazing, but I thought it was fine. I watched this movie the second time when I got this 4K, and my God, did I not enjoy it the second time. I don't like this movie. This, for me, the way people talk about Thor Love and Thunder, the way people talk about the Marvels, the way people talk about Captain Marvel, I apply all of that to this movie. This is the single one MCU movie I downright hate. It's not the worst movie in the world, but when we always talk about bad comic book movies and bad movies, we always say, oh, there's a distinction. A bad Marvel movie can still be okay. I think this movie is a bad Marvel movie and a bad movie. I don't like this movie. I don't. I think Scott is Jimmy Woo was in this movie. I did not remember him being in this movie. Well, he's in it for 2 seconds, but I didn't remember him being in. Um, I think it's shot okay, and I think Paul Rudd is still great. Jonathan Majors is the best part. Kang. I love everything they do with Kang in terms of his character. Now, what they actually do with him, no. In terms of his ending, absolutely not. Um, I think some of the action is amusing, but I think the movie is just kind of boring at points. Man, did that look like ass. And that kind of transitions into my biggest negative. I think the effects in this movie are fucking horrendous. I think a lot of the effects and green screen in this movie are terrible. And I don't know what happened, but it's bad.
When I first saw this movie, I thought it was all right, and then like you, I watched it a second time and realized that it's not really all that.
Which is funny because we both got on the phone the weekend it came out. We were like, it was okay. I
Yeah,
don't know.
yeah.
It's all right.
Um, there are still some things I like about this movie.
Yeah, it's not, you know, Mortal Kombat Annihilation, you
Yeah,
know, but overall, it's not good to me.
I think as far as superhero movies go, on like on a broader spectrum, I think it is. I wouldn't call it a bad movie, but it's the on the lower tier of mid. If this had come out around like Rise of the Silver Surfer time, it might have got a better reputation. I'm not saying that people would have liked it, but you know,
This is kind of funny.
like I said, Rise of the Silver Surfer is like on the bottom tier of mid. It's not bad, but
Yeah, one of my other negatives. I do not like Catherine Newton in this movie at all. She is
neither do I.
so like she looks lost, bro. And she's one of those actresses that people just seem to love. I'm like, dude, what am I missing, bro? I just watched her in a movie last week. She was horrendous in it. And she wasn't great in Ready or Not To. She was okay in Abigail. Actually, no, she was pretty good in Abigail. And I really like her in Freaky, but this I don't like her in this movie at all. I think her lines are so forced, and
She
her
feels like
character
a
is
completely
annoying.
different person. She doesn't feel like any of the Cassies that we've seen before.
Hmm.
I granted the Cassie, the first Cassie was like 5 years old, but still, like I don't I don't believe that that 5 year old grew up to be her.
I really need to understand what happened that they didn't bring that girl back because she would have been of age.
When this movie came out, yeah, but she wouldn't have been of age for Endgame.
Hmm. My brother said it perfectly. Going from the Endgame version of her to this is solid, yeah. Because
That's a good looking pizza.
just save $8. Now I need the footage of the ants shoving it up. I need that footage. Watching 30 minutes of ants chefing it up and making that pizza is more interesting than anything in this. Haven't seen this movie since I saw it in theaters, and maybe that was a good thing because I forgot 90% in this movie. Well, they're retconning a thing, so it doesn't really matter if you remember any of it. Paul Rudd finally aged. Well, one thing that's surprising in this movie that I think stands out, Michelle Pfeiffer is very good in this movie.
Yeah.
She's one of the better things in this movie. Michael Douglas is kind of there. He's not bad. And, I'm not gonna be upset when he's on screen, but she gets more to do than he does.
Well, yeah, this is definitely her movie.
Oh, did you? You never mentioned that before. Hey, everybody, Sky saved the world. Book about it. And he's right. You're welcome for not being dust. Oh, with Captain America. Get it right, sweetheart. With ants. Ant science. As it goes with most bad movies, this 4K looks very good.
Isn't that funny how that works?
Yep. The 4K for Annihilation was actually pretty good. All
I'm
things
not.
considered.
I'm not surprised. Batman Forever is probably is the second best 4K in that
Disres-
set next to
disrespect,
89.
disrespect towards Batman Forever will not be
or
tolerated.
or no, not Batman Forever. Batman and Robin. I was thinking of George Clooney and said Batman Forever. I don't know why, but yeah, Batman and Robin is probably is definitely the second best disc in that set.
Let's start this party with a bang. Ooh. Yours was good. His was better.
The difference, showmanship.
I was watching The Mask and I was like, I need to. Why am I not watching Batman Forever?
Come on down. You're the next contestant on Brain Drain.
I would so rather be watching Batman Forever. So, right here is one of my number one issues with this movie. The setup to how they get into the quantum realm is the dumbest fucking thing ever. So they put an emphasis like, oh, we're doing things to help people. We're cracking science, splitting atoms and shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
I said this when we did our spoiler review, like when the movie came out. Said, what is going to the quantum realm actually doing? Who is it helping? You're helping a microscopic organism universe that doesn't necessarily matter. And not to sound mean, but if Kang obliterated that universe, if Kang obliterated the quantum realm, who is it affecting? That was my problem. We never got the answer. If they had said somehow, oh, destroying the quantum realm creates an incursion or something, I don't know, I'd be like, okay, you're giving me stakes, but we don't get that. We just find out, oh yeah, they were messing with the quantum realm, and then this goes wrong, and they get stuck in the quantum realm.
Mm-hmm.
This is pretty cool. I like this. The sound design in this part is cool.
It's crazy because not all the CGI and the green screen looks bad in this movie. It's just
It's not. This looks fine.
certain like this looks fantastic. But once they get that doesn't look that great. But once they get into the quantum realm, it just
The scene that it stands out the most in is Bill Murray's scene.
yeah, I
The
agree.
one thing I do appreciate about this movie, it gets right into it. We're literally 15 minutes into the movie and they're in a quantum. I remember watching the movie being like, oh, well, all right. Here and cue the shitty green screen. Here comes the dumbest line in the movie. Yeah, the setup. People want to say, "Oh, No Way Home is a stupid movie because the way everything happens in that movie, the setup for that is really dumb, dude." You gonna really tell me this movie is not as dumb as No Way Home, or No Way Home is as dumb as this? and I get it. They wanted the third movie to like, oh, we're going to the quantum realm because that's been an important part of the first two movies. But like, it doesn't matter. It does not matter. You could have brought Kang in any other way.
I think that's a cool way to bring them in. It just the movie needs to be better. I don't like the concept of the movie is not the problem. It's just the movie's just not great.
It's that, but it's also the fact that the movie just kind of has no stakes to it. Like it doesn't like. I don't know if you remember, but the original ending of the movie was supposed to be that they get stuck in the quantum realm at the end of the movie. That would make the movie feel like it had some oomph to it.
Mm-hmm.
But and that's what I was expecting. I was like, oh, something's gonna happen to somebody. Nope, they beat him and get out. I was like, oh, okay. That's why I don't understand. It's like if they had continued with this, where were you gonna go? And that's why, like, sure, the Doom thing is rushed, but I genuinely felt like they had no idea what they were doing. The only time I really enjoyed Kang outside of the finale of Loki season one was Loki season two, and he's not even Kang in season two. He's a totally different character.
Mm-hmm. He's a variant that doesn't become the Conqueror.
You think if they picked a different director, this movie would be better?
Yes.
I really don't think. Yeah, I really don't get why they thought this was a good idea.
I
It's,
um I don't have any I really don't have any issues with Peyton Reed because I've only ever seen his Ant-Man movies. To my knowledge, I may have seen another Peyton Reed movie, not known.
the only other thing I know he's done is he did episodes of Mandalorian, and those episodes were not good.
Oh well, I wouldn't know, but um, I don't think that I don't think it's a matter of competency. I think it's a matter of bringing your own like creative flair to these movies. Like this feels like it was made by studio notes.
Actually, I take that back. So he directed two episodes of Mandalorian. One of them sucked, and then one of them was probably the best episode of the show, which is
Oh,
baffling.
of the show?
Of the show. I'm not even joking when I say that.
Oh wow.
It was the finale of season two. It's the one where everyone thought the show should have ended.
Because you got to remember, like, so when it comes to directing, there are like different types of directors. You got directors that are like David Ayer, who are like really good with actors, and you got directors who are tacticians and have everything figured out, like the Coen brothers. But then you got Peyton Reed. Peyton Reed just to me is just from his directing. I'm not saying this about him as a person, but from his directing, he seems like a yes man. Like anybody could have made this movie.
Like this is his track record. He directed a straight to DVD Herbie movie, one
Mm-hmm.
of them in the '90s. Directed Bring It On. A lot of people love Bring It On, but Bring It
The
On.
first one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So yeah.
The Breakup, Yes Men, and then he went on to do the Ant-Man movies.
That makes sense. That makes sense. But still, like, I think out of the movies you just named, Bring It On had the most, like, is the most distinct out of all those movies. But all of those just kind of feel like anybody could have made that. There's nothing unique about it. Which every movie doesn't need that, but I think that if you had this same story, which does need help, we established that. If you have this same story with a different director, it immediately becomes a more interesting movie. Maybe not a better movie, but a more interesting movie.
Another problem I have with this movie too is it takes about until the middle of the second act for Janet to give them any information about what's going on. And it really irritates me because it's like, dude, you were down there for years
Yeah.
and you're standing around like, oh, I don't know what's going on. Dog, you know everything that's going on. You know what this movie feels like? And I don't know what this says. This movie feels like a worse version of that Valerian movie. That's exactly what this movie feels like.
Hmm.
That movie is such a mixed bag, man. It has so many phenomenal things about it, but it also it's just has some of the worst leads ever.
Yeah, I've heard people saying that it's a cool concept, but it's boring.
I can't say that movie is boring when the effects are as good as they are. Like it is it's definitely a movie that the story and the substance ain't there, but you definitely get sucked into like the everything around it. That 4K is one of the best 4Ks I've ever seen in my life.
Hmm.
That's probably the only reason why it's staying in my collection. And it's not even because I didn't like the movie. I can't see myself running back to it. But if someone said, let's pop the 4K, I'm be like, hell yeah.
I get that.
That movie on your TV, you would probably be like, holy shit. Shit. That's too far.
See, this is when it stopped being an Ant-Man movie and became Guardians of the Galaxy.
That's offensive to Guardians of the Galaxy. It does feel like Guardians of the Galaxy, though. I know. Who voices this little fucking thing?
I don't remember. I got it muted, so I can't hear it. I'm got my subtitles on.
Mm, a big hole. How many holes do you have? I'm sorry, is that a personal question? I don't have any holes. Yo, I remember. I have no idea who this actor is. People got so mad at this guy in this movie because apparently he's like an elite actor and he does nothing in this movie. The
The black guy or who or
yeah.
yeah, okay, yeah, yeah.
Sorry, please stop. Thingy.
Dang, what
And
is
then
his name again? He was in Midsummer and he has his own show. I don't know if it's still on, but William Jackson Harper. Yeah. The Good Place. No, it's not on.
That's that's David Dasmalchian. That's hilarious. He said, "I'm not coming back in my human form, but I'll voice somebody."
Hmm.
I wouldn't want to come back in my human form either.
Wait, well, who was he?
Polka Dot Man.
Oh, I thought you were talking about him in the MCU.
He's the guy who plays Polka Dot Man. He was in the other two. He plays one of the friends. Oh, Katie O'Brien. What did you do to deserve to be in this? This year was funny, right? Because I think this was the same year. I gotta look. In damn it. Okay, this was the same year. At the beginning of this year, I couldn't stand Katie O'Brien to save my life because she wasn't great in this, and then she wasn't great in that one episode of Mandalorian she was in. She wasn't good
Hmm.
in either. Then came out Love Lies Bleeding. She was fantastic in that, and I said, "Oh," I was like, "No, okay, my bad. The mouse don't like you. All right." She was in something else. She was pretty good in Mission Impossible. She was good in Twist. She was in Twisters.
I don't remember her in Twisters.
I
I don't
don't
remember Twisters.
I've been wanting to run that back. I'm not gonna lie.
I remember watching it and I remember liking it, but I don't remember the movie like at all.
I remember the 4DX experience being absolutely
I'm
insane.
sorry.
No, that's one of my favorite movie experiences I ever went to, bro. I ain't never seen my mom have so much fun at the theater in my life. I'm mad I didn't get to see the Odyssey in 4DX, man. I haven't seen a movie in 4DX this year. I gotta change that. Apparently, they're having the screenings that they have for Fast and Furious this weekend. They had those in 4DX.
Hmm.
I would love to see the first Fast and the Furious. Yep, they got it in 4DX. They have it. They do. But it's a smaller one. Oh, they got it in Dolby. Don't tell me what a good time. I was honestly, if I didn't work tomorrow, I was thinking about going to see Insidious. They got like a 9 in the morning show time. I'm not do that. 11:45. It was two people in the theater. Oh my gosh, the green screen, bro. I don't know why people think it's such a good idea to film entire movies in blue screen. I really don't.
Because it's
It
cheaper.
does that matter when this movie has the budget that it does?
I would think that it doesn't, but
This movie has like a budget of like $200 million.
No
That's
Ant-Man movie needs a budget of
that's
$200 million.
that's Brave New World. That's not this one. I know the budget for this movie was insanely nuts.
No Ant-Man movie needs a budget that big. That's crazy. How
It's
much
a
did they
cat.
make? How much did they make Superman for? Like 150 mil?
No, I think that one was 200 million too.
That was 200 million.
hmm That's the new norm. Why I don't know, but that's the new norm. The one thing I kind of do like, I like the uniqueness of the quantum realm. Everyone looks weird. Everyone looks different. No one person looks the same.
Mm-hmm.
Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania had a gross production budget of approximately $388 million. $100 million of that went to Michael Douglas, probably, and it went on to gross $476 million.
$300 million.
Yep. While bad, that's not as bad as Dial of Destiny. Remember that one?
I haven't seen Dial of Destiny, but I can understand Dial of Destiny. It's Indiana Jones.
No,
We
no.
took no. Listen. We comparing Indiana Jones to Ant-Man.
You saying all this, but when I give you the number, you're gonna immediately shut up.
What's
The
the number?
budget $419 million.
Still, I that's too.
four
That
hundred
listen,
dollars?
that's
No.
too. No, that's too much. I'm not saying that's not an astronomical number.
hmm
It definitely is an astronomical number. But come on.
No movie should cost near $500 million
No, it
to
should
make, bruh.
no, it shouldn't. But if it's gonna be any movie, I could see an Indiana Jones movie costing that. An Ant-Man movie costing $300 million is more egregious than an Indiana Jones movie costing $400 million.
This movie should have looked like the Odyssey for $300 million, bro. And the thing is, you watch Dial of Destiny and you have no idea where that money went because the movie does not look $400 million at all. For shits and giggles, let's look up this one. Captain America: Brave New World budget. Really? That was it?
How
I thought it
much?
was more. 180. But I don't think that's included in the reshoots.
Ooh.
Wow. If that budget number is true, the movie actually did pretty okay. I don't know why everyone was acting like it bombed. For a Captain America movie, it didn't do that well, but 180 times 2, 360. It grossed $415 million. It broke even.
I'm looking forward to watching that.
Me too.
Brave New
I
World.
like it.
Yeah, I like Brave New World.
Brave New World is a good airplane movie. I put it on when I went to Florida, and it killed the whole plane ride pretty much. I landed, the movie was ending, and I was like, I did not hate myself watching that movie.
And another thing that I like that I can watch Brand New World and go straight into Thunderbolts. Like those feel like
Yes.
they go together.
I like that you can watch the Marvels and Brave New World back to back, and it's within 4 hours, if that. That's refreshing. I'm looking forward to those two watch alongs just because we won't be on here for 3 hours.
Right.
Ew. Ew. I don't know how true it is. Apparently, Bill Murray had a bigger part in this movie, but then
Yeah, I
some
remember
shit was
hearing
happening.
that.
I don't really know if I needed a bigger part for Bill Murray. I don't hate him in the movie. You know, he's being Bill Murray, but it's also Bill Murray in the MCU. He kind of sticks out like a sore thumb. It's funny. This article came out, I think it was yesterday, that
Mhm.
apparently Shaquille O'Neal wanted to be in the MCU because he's like a big fan.
Yeah,
They told him basically, "Listen, we love you, but no,"
he
because
wanted to be in. I think it was Avengers. I think it was 2012 Avengers.
and they were like, dude, you're Shaq. You will stick out like a sore thumb, and
Right.
nobody will take you seriously." Yeah, I don't think it's quite the same with Bill Murray, but I don't see a character. I see Bill Murray. He's not being any different, you know.
Bill Murray is not a 7 foot tall, 300 pound black man. So there's that.
What's it? Maybe he still has his acting chops from Kazam. Kazam, Shazam. Is that what it's called? One or the other.
Kazam.
Or Steel. Maybe he wants to give Steel another shot.
Ooh, Steel is terrible. Steel is not great.
I tried watching it because it has a reputation for being so funny. It's bad. I did not get through it. It's kind of boring. I ain't gonna lie.
Have you seen Kazam?
I've seen most of it. Not I
Oh,
haven't watched like the movie in itself, but I've watched people talk about it and they're like, dude, what were they smoking, bro?
I was gonna say you might like Kazam, but I could definitely see why you did not like Steel.
Bill Murray was definitely not in the same room as these other people. I'll tell you that right now. But I haven't mentioned it. Wasp's hair in this movie is egregiously annoying.
You don't like the pixie cut?
Nope. Evangeline Lilly is not a bad looking woman at all. She looked amazing in that Man in the Box. Just let her look natural. Bro. I mean, I guess this is natural because she was walking around with that haircut when this movie came out. So, I mean, I guess. I think another problem, and I get what they were trying to do, but another problem with this movie is that it takes a long time for Kang to show up in this movie.
Yeah.
And they, you know, I get it. They were trying to build the intrigue and stuff, but it's like the intrigue is him.
Yeah, and when I remember when this was announced, he was like, why is Kang the villain of an Ant-Man movie?" And even I said that, but because of the quantum realm, I'm like that's a genius way to introduce them, but not if you're gonna use them like this, which is like not which is they're not using him. We're how long we into this movie, and we ain't seen them yet.
Too long.
40 minutes into this movie, and we ain't seen Kang yet.
Not gonna lie, I'm kind of relieved we're 40 minutes into this movie. I thought the number was gonna be 25. Well, we do have another villain that's on the horizon who is just amazing.
Oh yeah.
That guy needs too. It didn't work out. What went wrong? She wasn't you, baby. No. What do you think about their suits in this movie? People do not like Ant Man suits at all in this movie.
I don't mind them.
Yeah, I never had a particular issue with them. The one thing I don't love is that Cassie's suit looks like theirs. I wish hers looked different.
Yeah. What you think about Vision's new look in Vision Quest?
You talking about like the one new shot or like that new suit he had?
Mm-hmm.
It looked pretty good. I only watched the trailer once, so I don't really.
I
I
saw
really.
I saw a picture of it. I think it was concept art, but I like it. But I was surprised to see that some people didn't like it. I'm like, that looks pretty cool. I mean, they made it more comic book accurate, but still make it feel like it belongs in the MCU. That's one thing that I don't like about the obsession with comic book accuracy is that when we get comic book accurate stuff, yeah, it's comic book accurate, but it doesn't always fit in the movie that it's in.
Oh, is that my goat on the horizon? Listen, I'm gonna get the cat out of the bag now. I don't mind Modoc in this movie at all. I yes, he looks ridiculous, but the the look before they reveal his face is actually kind of dope. I think they did that pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I thought it was kind of funny that they made it Darren. I don't know. I that was a genuine surprise in the theater. I was like, oh, I was like, all right.
I like that they made it Darren. I do like his look before his face is revealed. But I'm gonna play devil's advocate here.
Mm-hmm.
His look after his face is revealed It doesn't look great, but I don't think it was ever gonna look great.
No. I'm sorry. That looks fucking sick, bro. Like
It does.
that's MODOK, bro. Now I'm kind of bummed we got MODOK here and they kill him in this movie. It's kind of a bummer that we got him here and not with Doctor Doom, because doesn't he roll around with Doctor Doom more? Not that I'm saying I want MODOK and Doomsday. Do not hear me say that. I'm just saying
I've only ever seen that in Superhero Squad, but I but
Darren,
I'm not a Marvel Comics aficionado. I'm pretty sure that
the B guy.
they've teamed up. So if we got any Marvel Comics readers in the comments, let us know. Do MODOK and Doom have like a bromance thing?
Let's ask Rock. No, I'm not an advocate for AI. It's just sometimes I need the answers to things. Let's see.
I think AI is fine to use as a search engine.
In the comment in Marvel Comics, we got to be specific. In Marvel, if I can spell Marvel right, in Marvel Comics, who is the character MODOK? Most frequently associated with.
If you were going to introduce Kang in this movie, make him like the big, just like I don't want to say final boss, but don't have them fight. Don't have
MODOK cheats.
don't have Kang fight Ant-Man. Just have him just straight up kill him. Like have Kang straight up kill Ant-Man and make MODOK the main villain of the movie.
Yeah. I guess to a point, even though it's kind of a bad example, they could have did the Venom, the Last Dance thing where like MODOK is the main villain, but like Kang plays the role that no one was playing, kind of.
Yeah.
I mean, he actually does something.
Exactly. Yes. 100%.
So the answer I was completely wrong about. It's neither. Apparently, he's the most associated with Captain America, with anybody in the comics. Oh man. Shit. There's just a lot of why in this movie. Why is Kang the villain of an Ant-Man movie? Why is MODOK in this movie? I mean, if they did what we just said, it would make sense, but this fucking cord, I can't understand it. It always gets caught in the chair. Let's stop this boring ass movie with some exposition. Why did we need the first? Why did we need everything like that comes after they land in the quantum realm? Why couldn't they just land in the quantum realm and then we get this? Why did we need anything with Bill Murray? We didn't need any of that. All you had to do was have them crash land, have MODOK find them, capture them, and then they all get together and then we get this. It shaves off 15 minutes of the movie we did not need. This is another element of the movie that I like that they don't do anything with. That him and Janet had a friendship. They don't really do anything with that.
Or you know what? Uh, more like Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Mm-hmm.
He'd be Dark Side. He'd show up in a scene or two, and then show up at the end and obliterate Scott, and then that'll set up Kang Dynasty.
And it really sucks that they're not doing Kang's Dynasty because it would have been interesting for Scott, like his character, to be like, "Oh yeah, I beat him once. Like, why is he back?" And then
Mm-hmm.
he ends up dying. But he's like, "Oh well, you didn't beat the final form of King or whatever." I don't
And that's another issue that I have with this movie. This is Kang the Conqueror, like Kang the Conqueror proper. This is the
know. Mm-hmm.
version we know pretty much. And they make this the version that gets beat by Ant-Man. You got all these other variants to choose from, but the main one that people know is the one that is the weakest one. That's crazy.
We were gonna have the Egyptian King as the main as the main one. How do you feel about the mid credit scene with all the kings?
I like it, and I was excited about it.
Me too. I saw that and I was like, "Yo, we're all to the running. That's it. We're doing it." Bro, this was oh my gosh, bro. This was literally it, bro. All they had to do was recast it.
Man, bro. I was just
That's the
thinking.
setup,
I
bro. Like,
was I
that's
was
it.
I was just thinking. I was like, man, like even though this movie sucked, you could have still made it. You could have still made Kang Dynasty work. Their biggest mistake was not recasting this character, bro. Like,
That's one of them. That is one of them, and I agree. But the other thing you got to think about is too, and that's why it's weird when I say, "Oh, like recast him and do King's Dynasty," because I kind of see both sides of it. Because it's like, while I would have wanted to see them continue this, it's also a case of, well, you look at the projects we got. Where does any of that scream King's Dynasty? They would have had to pull some projects out of their ass.
I mean, they did that anyway.
But I'm saying like, well, they pulled one really, but like the other ones, like Fantastic Four, Thunderbolts, Captain America, even the Marvels to a point, none of those set up Kang's Dynasty really at all. Even that goofy ass post credit scene of Brave New World, it's like, well, what the
Well,
hell
yeah.
is that?
Anything after this, they redid. So anything after this, we don't see anything remotely resembling Kang Dynasty because Kevin Feige said that
Yeah, Loki season two.
he was probably going to replace Kang um even before all the Jonathan Majors BS.
Which I don't get. Like,
I mean, you said it. They didn't know what they were doing. You said it. But
And it sucks because
but I will say they could have fixed it. It wasn't a lost cause.
I really don't get that too, because I said that in 2020 when we were in this, dead point of the MCU and nothing was happening because of COVID. I said, yo, Kang should be what they do next. It makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe a Lego game pulled it off better than the MCU did. And I haven't even finished that game. That's where I got the idea. I was playing Lego Marvel Superheroes 2, and Kang is the villain of that game. I was like, yeah, this would be kind of cool if they did this in live action. They can't do it the way the Lego game did, because the Lego game, you got fucking Iron Man and Spider-Man 2099 fucking swinging around and shit.
Mm-hmm.
This costume's pretty good, man. They did a pretty good job with it.
I agree.
Even with the face mask. Yeah, there you go. He looks damn good. I'm glad they went with the purple instead of the pink.
Some of this stuff looks genuinely awesome.
Mm-hmm. That's very cool. I can't believe this movie led to so many actors.
Hmm?
I can't believe this movie led to so many actors in this movie retiring. Evangeline Lilly says she's not acting no more. Michael Douglas says he's not acting no more.
Well, Michael Douglas has had as many retirements as Michael Jordan. So
I don't know, man. This movie would make somebody retire.
because he retired before the first Ant-Man came out. He came out of retirement to do Ant-Man.
Mm, I'm sure Edgar Wright has something to do with that one. Bro, Target is so stingy. How did they give me a birthday coupon, but then they tell me I can't use it on anything I'd want to? So, like, if I wanted to get Legos, no, you can't use it on that. If I wanted to use it for a game, no, you can't use it on that.
Why?
So, I don't know. It just says I can't.
So you can just use it on clothes and food?
I don't even know if I can use it on clothes.
So you can't use it?
I guess. I don't know. Yeah, I'll read it to you right now. It says excludes alcohol, Apple, Barbie Dreamhouse, Beats, Bose, Reville, Casper Clearance, Pharmacy, Dairy Milk, Dyson Toys, Fitbit gift cards, Grand Theft Auto gaming software, JBL, Lego, TVs, MetaQuest, mobile contracts, Nintendo Switch 2 hardware, Aura Rings, Philips stuff, Pokemon branded things, PlayStation branded things, Samsung TV, Sony Electronics, Stanley Cups, Turtle Beach trading cards. Yeah.
So you can't use the card.
I don't know, man. Maybe I get a pack of Oreos for 5% off. I don't know, man. Hey, man, they just put out them new apple pie Oreos, man. I don't know.
Are you sure you can use the card for that?
I don't know. We'll find out. Maybe it'll let me use it on the dollar spot stuff.
They could have just said they said no PlayStation games, no Xbox games, no Nintendo games. You could have just said no video games and called it a day.
Oh no, that's kind of specific. I don't know, Aiden. It's one of life's mysteries. What the Avengers movies will look like had we gotten King's Dynasty. If anything, you would have made the multiverse stuff make more sense.
Yep.
You haven't talked about him, Jonathan Majors, man. He's excellent. It's great. He's great all 3 times he shows up in the MCU.
I was so happy when he got cast because I just finished Lovecraft Country, and he's excellent in Lovecraft Country.
I wonder if Michael B. Jordan's still going to make that movie with him. He keeps saying that he wants to make a movie with him.
I don't see that happening.
Dude, you know Megan Good turned like 45?
Yep.
I said to myself, she's 45?
Yep.
The greatest looking 45-year-old I've ever seen in my life. I was genuinely shocked when I heard that number. I was like, really? I need to see Magazine Dreams. Just so I've not seen that.
I haven't seen that either. Yo, I totally forgot that my daughter was like laying right behind me. She was knocked out.
I don't blame her, bro. No mistake. Oh, he actually he has an action movie coming out next month.
Who?
Jonathan Majors. It's not a major studio release, but it's called Run, Hide, Fight. Oh, it's a sequel
To what?
to a movie nobody liked. Has the girl from Scream 7 in it. And it's got the girl from Silent Hill in it. Thomas Jane is in it too. This is my favorite scene in the
Yep, 100%.
movie. we
Ugh.
hardly agree because it's still they don't have the same relationship. What? Don't die. Yeah, when I first saw the movie, honestly, it was not until this scene that I fully got into it.
Mhm.
You're the other one. I'm looking at the baby. Considering how ass the effects are in this movie at points, this could have looked worse.
Mhm.
He's not even the real one. Who are you? Why are you dressed like that? Because I work at Baskin Robbins. This is my uniform. These are normal clothes. Ow! Oh.
Oh.
Oh, we're all gonna die.
Mm. Ah!
I remember they showed that in the trailer. Everyone was like, "What the fuck?"
This is fire.
Didn't fine. Go get him, fam.
Too many Paul Rudds.
Guess there's something else we didn't talk about too. Another issue this movie has: they're separated for more than half the movie. I don't like Ant-Man and the Wasp, but the one thing that they got right is that Hope and Scott have good chemistry. That scene proved they should have been together the whole movie, or at least most of it. Thought Hank was done in this scene. That's another thing. Nobody dies in this movie. Nobody. See him without with the mask on. That's the prime example of what the MCU does perfectly, which is taking old school comic looks and modernizing it, making it look great. When they take
You better not let a comic book nerd
I don't give a
hear you say
fuck.
that.
When the MCU takes a classic comic look and modernizes it, but keeps the essence of that look, 99.9 of the time it looks great. The prime example of
And
that
they
is
do that
Mysterio.
most of the time.
Yeah. The prime example of that is Mysterio. There is
Hmm.
no reason on this planet why Mysterio looks as good as he does in Far From Home. He should have looked awful. Another look they did that with, even though they haven't officially released what he looks like. I've seen it. Beast in Doomsday. He looks like the comics with no shirt, no pants, with the little trunks, but he looks great.
I did
I
not like.
just, yeah, I
I didn't
just
like
hope
the
the
way he
CGI
looked
is
in the
better.
Marvel. Yeah, I didn't like the way he
This
looked in the Marvel. I was like, yeesh.
said, brother.
Personally, I think he looked perfect in The Last Stand.
Yeah,
I
I like
wouldn't. I would not change one thing.
Kelsey Grammer is god tier casting as Beast, bro. The fact that this is only his second time there, like in a full movie, is
Hmm.
criminal, bro. Remember, everyone went nuts where he showed up in Days of Future Past. It was like, ah!
I remember. I remember when before The Last Stand came out, people was like, "What Kelsey Grammer as Beast?" And then when it finally came, I was like, "It was like, yeah, that's it right there."
The Fox movies rarely missed a step in the main X Men movies. I'm not talking about
Hmm.
some like X Men movies, but
Hmm.
99.9% of the time their casting was on point for something.
I've been seeing a lot of people coming out and saying that Anna Paquin as Rogue was terrible. I'm like,
No,
she wasn't terrible. She just wasn't given much to do. I don't think people understand the difference between.
I actually really like her in both the first two movies. It's the third
Yeah,
movie that I don't like what they do with her. I don't like that she goes through the first two movies and then essentially leaves them on a dime. It's like, yeah, bro, I'm gonna go get this cure. Have fun. I don't like that Logan lets her do it either. Logan had every single right to be like, bro, you're not going anywhere. What's wrong with you?
no, that's not that's out of Logan's character. Logan is not somebody that's gonna tell somebody what to do unless they are in immediate mortal danger. He wouldn't have done that.
You know how depressing it is to look at this scene, bro. I'm not even saying it because it's bad. I'm
It
saying
just
it because,
means nothing.
yes, that's exactly why. This literally comes off of Loki, bro. If anything, Loki was the start of the Kang stuff. That was my problem with Phase 4, was that other than Loki, they did fuck all with Kang or Multiverse or nothing. I don't give a shit about No Way Home or Multiverse of Madness. We didn't get anything. Kang should have been the one showing up in the post credit scene to Multiverse of Madness.
I don't think that was. I think they had always intended on doing Kang or introducing Kang in Phase 5, which doesn't bother me. I just wish that thematically the movies were tied more together in Phase 4. I'm okay with them using Phase 4 to figure it out, because Phase 4, I said this while we were in the midst of Phase 4. Phase 4 was a grieving phase. You you grieved all the heroes lost and all the people lost and shit and all the time lost, which is really the biggest thing. But you grieve over everything that was great about the Infinity Saga, and then you give yourself a chance to start fresh. I don't think they gave themselves a chance to start fresh because they wanted to tie up so many loose ends, or try to tie up so many loose ends. They ended up making more loose ends by doing it the way that they were doing it. But I think they got a little ahead of themselves.
The problem was they did not make more movies like Wakanda Forever. And I know Wakanda Forever was supposed to be totally different, but Wakanda
Correct.
Forever served the purpose of both being an unofficial funeral for Chadwick Boseman, but also making Shuri the new Black Panther. That's what
Hmm.
most of the movies should have been. They shouldn't have been, you know, Spider Man. I'll let it slide because the Spider Man movies were good, but
Brave New World was released too late.
yeah,
Them
Brave.
reshoots fucked
Mhm.
it up.
We
That
should have
should have been a
had,
Phase 4 movie for sure.
yeah, we should have had movies like Brave New World, Thunderbolts, Fantastic Four, more movies like Shang-Chi where we were getting new people. We had no need for a fourth Thor movie. I'm sorry.
Imagine if we started Phase 4 with Falcon and the Winter Soldier to kind of set up where the actual world and actual regular people are. And then you move into WandaVision and shit like that. And then you end it with Brave New World. That would have been fire.
Um, even Black Widow, even though it's Natasha's send-off movie, it's also making Yelena the main Black Widow. Um,
Yeah.
that's what most of these movies should have been,
It'd be
man.
a passing of the baton.
We should have had more projects like Moon Knight, where they were giving us new. For even though She-Hulk doesn't always work, it was still a new character. We should have
Mhm.
had mostly all new characters. Multiverse of Madness, I can kind of let it slide because it has America Chavez in it, but it's also because I love that movie, so I don't want to omit it. But like Love and Thunder, that shit could take a hike, bro. Even you know what? For the sake of that people love that movie, I will let Guardians of the Galaxy 3 stay. But I can let that stay. It's,
Also, and to piggyback off what you said about Guardians of the Galaxy, the Guardians movies have always done their own thing, so
Mhm.
I wouldn't expect anything less of that. So, but go ahead.
Eternals was another one. We should have had
Yeah.
more stuff like that. Just the bottom line is we should have been establishing it should have been what phase one was, to where you establish all these characters, then they came together, and then the next phase was the sequels to those movies. Maybe one or two new ones. Phase five should have been Eternals 2, Shang-Chi sequel. Like that's just two of the things there. A season two of Moon Knight. Another season of Miss Marvel. I would love another
Bro,
season of Miss Marvel.
imagine if Phase 4 was as dark as it was supposed to be. So like you get Multiverse of Madness, but you get the original version of Multiverse of Madness, which was going to be the MCU straight up horror movie. Then you get Eternals, which is a fantasy drama. Then you get uh Wakanda Forever, which is another fantasy drama. And then you get Brave New World to tie that all up and set up the next Avengers movie. And then you go into the Avengers movie, since Phase 4 was so somber, you go into the Avengers movie reestablishing that familiar MCU tone.
It's like the shows had the right idea to where the
Mhm.
shows were all new things, but then the movies for
Mhm.
some reason were like, no, we're just gonna have sequels. Which, I mean, I guess on paper that kind of makes sense because you have more time with a show. The problem is they could not crack the show formulas at all to the
Mhm.
point of them making them work. But I don't know. I think they should have had some more new characters in movies because not everyone watches the shows. Clearly, people walked into the Marvels like, what is going on? Who's this? Who? I could imagine people being lost watching Brave New World. Who the hell is this Isaiah Bradley dude? Oh, there's a new Falcon now? Oh, okay.
In a perfect world, the MCU TV shows would be a blend of the Netflix Marvel stuff and the current special presentation type stuff.
Uh-huh.
Where the Netflix shows took place in the MCU, but you didn't have to watch the Netflix shows to understand what the fuck was going on in the MCU. And the only thing that you absolutely needed to watch, and what you don't really need to watch for the Netflix shows, is Avengers. Other than that, you good to go. They take place in the same world. You understand the rules of the universe. You can have your own adventures with smaller street level characters. They should have done that with all of the shows.
And the fun with the Netflix shows was they were in their own bubble. Even though the shows weren't great, I felt the payoff from watching the Defenders after watching all the seasons that I did of those shows. I was like, man, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of hate the Iron Fist show, the season that I watched, but it's kind of cool seeing them all of them come together.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing Daredevil and Jessica Jones together alone is worth watching that show. But yes. I like the Defenders more than most people.
Me too.
I thought it was fun.
I think my wife likes it more than anybody I know.
And I get it. I get it. I personally, I get why people don't like this.
Yeah.
I personally have never had that issue. I always look forward to going through the MCU again. I do.
But you and we're different.
I know.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm fully aware. But every time somebody tells me that, I'm just like, man, dude, bring it on. I do this shit every year. So everyone's complaining about it.
Yeah,
now.
But you're also you've been watching it as it comes out. A lot of people want to get into the MCU, but the quantity of movies and TV shows is intimidating. It's like I don't want to have to watch and pay attention to all of that stuff just to understand one movie. And I totally get that for an average fan.
It also is when you start too. Like, look, we started in January and now we're pushing September and we're basically almost done. Not with the show. We're not done with the shows yet, but the movies were already beginning of phase 5 and there's only a couple of movies in phase 5.
But we genuinely love pretty much all of these movies.
I know, but if somebody was like, "Oh, I want to watch that Doomsday movie now," but how much do I have to watch? I'd be like, "Dog, just wait till Secret Wars is over, bro." Like at that point, honestly, bro, like just wait, because like my boss, she did it. I think, she was doing it to the lead up of Fantastic Four. I don't remember when she started last year, but she did it. And I was like, "See, it feels good to be caught up now." She was like, "I guess." But it was funny when she was like, "Oh, the next thing I gotta watch is Daredevil Born Again." I said, "I had news for you, bro." She was like, "What?" I said, you kind of have to watch some shows to understand that." She was like, "What do you mean?" I was like, Born Again is kind of a sequel show to 3 seasons of television." She was like, "Okay." I think she ended up watching it. I was
about to say, did she like it?
Yeah.
Okay. She
was
seems
like,
like the type of person that would like the Netflix shows.
I don't know. It's very hit or miss with her because I funnily enough, she doesn't like Thor: Love and Thunder, but she also was like, "Oh, I hate What If," and I didn't like the Marvel Zombies stuff either. I was like, I don't know, man.
I get that. That's niche within the MCU. So I get that.
When they four, damn. I think that's gonna be the last show we talk about because we didn't talk about Marvel Zombies at all when it came out, and I would not mind rewatching Marvel Zombies.
Yeah, I definitely want to talk about that. Are we gonna get to that before the end of October?
Oh, I don't know because we're at
Moon Knight right now.
Food Day. We should.
Yeah, I would love to do that.
I have holes. I didn't know he could do that. Okay, so let's see. If we don't end up doing that one in October, the other one that we're probably gonna end up doing in October is Werewolf by Night because we didn't talk about that. So, yeah, I need a shirt. So we have Moon Knight, Miss Marvel, She-Hulk. We're not talking about Secret Invasion. Loki season 2. We're not talking about What If. We're not talking about Echo. We're not talking about Agatha. Why does it list your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man in the MCU when it's not? We're not doing Born Again. We're not doing Iron Man. If we get out Moon Knight, oh shit.
Wait, what show did I ask about again?
Marvel Zombies.
Oh yeah.
Let me see if we talked about She-Hulk.
So this
Because I
ain't
feel
even so the list I'm looking at don't even have Marvel Zombies in it.
no, you got to look. So it's probably under Phase 6. It's either Phase 6. Are you on
Bro, it went
Wikipedia?
no, I just I AI'd it.
Mm-mm-mm. Let's see. So I know we talked about the finale.
Oh boy, this is a real list. This went all the way back to Agents of Shield. Oh yeah, this is a real list. It's got the Netflix shows on there. Yeah, I like this list. Yeah. And it still ain't got Marvel Zombies on there, man.
You know what? We'll do a video review for She-Hulk. I don't mind. So, I mean, it's up to you if you want to get out. We gotta do Moon Knight, Miss Marvel, She-Hulk, and then Werewolf by Night too.
Werewolf by Night and Marvel Zombies are easy watches. I could probably do both of those in the same day.
I mean, watching them, I don't care about. It's just recording.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. The only show that I finished of the ones we've done is WandaVision. I'm so serious.
Really? I've watched every single one.
I'm probably going to finish Moon Knight though. That's
The only
like
one I
short.
didn't finish, I think, was Loki season 1. But other than that, I watched every episode of all of them.
God, this shit is so corny. I'll say this: it hasn't felt like we've been sitting here for 3 hours. We've also been talking throughout the whole thing. What would y'all recommend before I watch Doomsday? Like, I don't even want to watch this stuff. Well, they put out a list,
Yeah, they put out a list.
but I don't know how useful that is because was it just shows? I mean, was it just movies or was there shows in there too?
That's a good question.
Hey, let me see. I know it's something. Thanks.
Yeah, it's got Loki, both seasons of Loki in there.
That's the only show in there.
Yeah,
It's interesting. Here, Aiden, I'll send you the list. Aiden, you got like 2 weeks before you go back to school. You can make a dent in some of these projects, bro.
and you can honestly like some of them you can honestly skip. So you can probably not watch the first Avenger because the only reason that's in there is because of
He's seen some of them. He just hasn't
Carter,
watched all of them.
because of Peggy Carter.
Oh,
But if
you
you
talking
just
about the list?
yeah, I'm like if you just go straight to the Avengers, watch X1 and X2 and then go straight to the Avengers,
Oh,
you'll
this
be all
light
right.
bulb dude gets fucked.
Oh yeah.
Ooh. Boom. Rip Bozo. Rest in peace, light bulb guy. Bro, King should have murdered all of them, bro. Where is he? Is he sending them to like other multiverses when he does that?
I don't know.
That'd be kind of cool if that's what he was doing. Wait, but what about me? That's just gonna shrink and disappear and not tell me that? Come here.
Bro, it was a mistake not killing Scott. Or at the very least, killing Hope.
Yeah. Especially if she wasn't gonna come back. Like obviously they didn't know that, but it's like, dude, I should have just killed her. There's no reason. Nobody's asking for Hope. Aiden, I would watch the first X-Men again. The other movies, yes, because you watched those recently. But I would watch the X-Men movies again.
Yeah.
I can't even tell you when you watched those movies the first time. And why would you skip like half of those? You're skipping peak. A lot of what you.
I seen a lot of people like complaining about this list. I'm like, most people have seen already. Just watch the ones you haven't seen and call it a day. Like, who hasn't seen X-Men? Like, why are you complaining about that?
See, my concern is I saw that list, and if anything, concerned about what was it on that list. The one that everyone said was, bro, where's the Marvels? Why is the Marvels not there? And it's like, dude, are we just really gonna go through this without Kamala Khan or Captain Marvel being there? Like, I don't, I can't fathom a reality where Captain Marvel's not in Doomsday. I can't. She's like the second most powerful character in the whole universe. I am not a dick. And so here's Kang the Conqueror getting folded by ants. Literally. Not figuratively, literally. A lot of ants. Oh, this is you? I don't like that circle centerpiece thing in their suits. It looks like something's missing. Especially on Scott's suit. No, sorry. No, that line's stupid. Rip Bozo. The other thing, even though I'm not surprised it's not on here, this movie's not on there. So if anything tells you that this movie does not matter, it's this movie not being on that list at all. You could definitely see he was getting jacked for Creed, but shit.
Mm-hmm. It's crazy because I had first started watching him in Lovecraft's country, and he ain't no little dude in Lovecraft's country, but like the amount of weight he put on in between that and Creed is it's like he ate himself.
Dude is a fucking tank, bro. Never to be seen again. That should have been it. That should have been it. You know how happy I was when I thought for a second that they were stuck? I was like, yo, that's kind of cool.
I would have did both. I would have killed one of them and had the other one stuck.
I'll have Scott stuck again in the quantum room.
Well, if obviously I would have killed Scott and had Hope stuck.
I'm sorry, bro. You couldn't pay me enough to care about that. I'd rather the fucking dude with the holes come out of the quantum room before she came out of the quantum room. You could have put Cassie in there. Would have added more stakes.
Well, yeah, Hope they all would have been stuck in there. But somebody has to die. It's Kang. Somebody got to die.
I would have had Hope die. Scott goes back to the real world, and Cassie gets stuck in the quantum. She wanted to be there so bad, right? Like, rent a room now. They find they go back to the quantum realm and they find Cassie like Jack Sparrow in Dead Man's Chest when he's roaming around. Funny.
Bro, like watching this movie, it's made me think of so many ideas that could have worked, man. Damn. Because think about like if think about if Scott was like instead of like what they did had her go big in this movie, maybe that's a skill that she couldn't do, right? And he was trying to teach her how to do it, right? And they do what you said, have her stuck, and then the next time she shows up, she's learned how to get big. Like just have
Yeah, I
like
was gonna
have
say that.
just have her become giant woman in whatever Avengers movie she shows up in. That shit would have been epic, bro.
Yeah, I care about this woman so little that when she showed up in the Doomsday trailer, I was like, she's in this movie?
She's in the Doomsday trailer?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
They show the same shot in both trailers, but it's
I
them.
don't remember that.
See right here, I was
Yep.
expecting something to happen.
And we did beat him, right? Right?
The movie should have just ended there.
Yep. They ain't got the balls.
This was 1,000,000,000,000% a reshoot. Look at Hope's hair, bro. Yeah, I didn't understand. I did not understand this. I I was like, what?
All right.
I did the Jackie Chan, wow, the Jackie Chan meme in the theater. I had my hands. I was like, huh? I was like, okay. No, she does not. Please,
Man, what?
please stop it. Oh, Quantumania. You want to watch this mid-credit scene?
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it. I like it.
Officially send King's Dynasty off to the Shadow Realm. Goodbye.
Do you have any physical media?
Just go do the ranking and I was expecting a new Avengers teaser because that you see the way the A comes up in the title. I don't know. They kind of made it look like the Avengers.
Mm-hmm.
Marvel Studios presents a Kept Fighting production.
This scene is longer than I remember.
Oh, you skipped to it? You didn't just let the credits roll?
Yeah, man, fuck them credits, man.
It's not like 5 minutes. I hate when people take shots of this scene and enhance it and
Mm-hmm.
post it on Twitter and say this looks like Ash.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like ass because you enhanced it.
Every time I see pictures of it, I'm like, I don't remember it looking that bad. No, this shit is so cool, bro. Yep. In the words of Deadpool, it's not great. All of them. Everyone was posting the video of SpongeBob when the doors were opening up. All of SpongeBob's were walking out. There you go. So we are really quickly, because we forgot last week, we're going to rank all of the movies in Phase 4. Can't probably do the shows because we're not done with Phase 4. With the shows, yeah, watching them. So you can go first while I find my list.
I don't even add the shows. I don't even think about the shows when it comes to the to ranking them. I don't know why. I just don't.
It's a little bit harder.
Yeah.
It is admittedly, but when I put them in there, I'm like, man, where's this going?
Um. At number. Hold on. Oh yeah, I forgot. This is Phase 4. We just started Phase 5. Okay. At number 7, I have Thor: Love and Thunder. Number 6, I got Black Widow. Number 5, Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. You know what? I'm gonna switch that. I'm gonna switch my number 5 and my number 4 right now. So at number 5, I now have Shang-Chi. At number 4, I have Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. Number 3, No Way Home. Number 2, Wakanda Forever. And number 1, Eternals. I know I just pissed everybody off on the internet, but I
That's a
don't
shame.
care.
All right. I don't have the shows in my list, but I do have the 2 feature presentations that are in here. So I like every single project in this phase. So just keep that in mind. Even the bottom I really like. So my 9 is the Guardians Holiday Special. It's actually grown on me since I've seen it. I really like it, and watching it on Christmas is always fun. 8, Love and Thunder. I like it. It's fun. It's nonsense, but I like it. 7 is Shang-Chi. Actually, no. What the fuck? Hold on. No, 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 no. Oh, no, 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 no. So Shang-Chi would be
6.
8.
Oh wait, it'd be 8. Oh,
Yes.
8.
Shang-Chi would be 8. Werewolf by Night would be number 7. Love and Thunder would be 6. Yeah, Werewolf by Night. I like Werewolf by Night, but it kind of went down for me the second time I watched it. But I do really like it. I love like the violence and the noir feel of it. I just wish it had a little bit more oomph to it.
Yeah.
5 is Black Widow. I fucking love this movie. I love it.
I was just thinking about that movie today.
I love it. 4 is No Way Home. Y'all never gonna convince me this movie's bad. 3, Multiverse of Madness, same shit. Y'all never gonna convince me this movie's bad. 2, Wakanda Forever. I love it. And 1 is Eternals.
My man.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's funny. I was just talking to my godbrother today. I told him, I was like, man, I love both Wakanda Forever and Eternals. He was like, man, you probably the only person I heard say you love both. I was like, yeah. I got no physical media, so we are getting on out of here. If you guys enjoyed the stream, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel, turn on the bell for all notifications for future Nerd Talk live streams and videos. Wednesday will be our watch along for Space Jam, because Coyote versus Acme comes out this week. Finally, super excited to see that in a theater as intended. Yeah, I'm excited to watch Space Jam. Taking a break from the MCU stuff. Think everything home. After this, I need a break.
Bro, the hype that Coyote versus Acme is getting is weird. Like there are movies that have been shelved and bought out and re-released, but they have never received this much love. I'm trying to understand what is it about this movie?
Because it's well, for one, everyone and their mother said it was good. That's the one thing. The other thing is it's Looney Tunes, man. People still love Looney Tunes, but
Yeah.
it's just the fact that everyone said it was good. You know, like I it wouldn't be the same, but I guarantee you, if they eventually found a way to put out the Batgirl movie, it'd be kind of the same thing, to where everyone said it was good, and people had an interest to see it, and it helped that it was directed by the guys that did the Bad Boys movies, the new ones. Like,
Yeah.
I wanted to see it just because of that.
Yeah, me
But
too.
anyway, Space Jam will be next week Wednesday. Um, then next Sunday we will be back for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. And then we will be taking a break. Our last break before, actually no, we have another break. But we will be taking a break, and then that following Sunday we will be back for the Marvels. And then that Wednesday will be Deadpool Wolverine. Very excited. Very excited. Content. Our franchises through the years for Ninja Turtles is up on the channel. Go check that out. We actually recorded our next one. We recorded that Thursday. Hopefully, we will get it out towards the middle of the month for September, because we got to start working on our one for October. Little Mermaid OVR is on the channel. I put out my out of the theater reaction for End of Oak Street. I did not end up going to see Insidious. If I end up going to see it tomorrow, maybe I'll just put one out. I don't know. I will have a out of the theater reaction for Coyote versus Acme though. So look forward to that. Our Hawkeye review will be out tomorrow morning.
Yep.
And then we are gonna film Moon Knight this week. Hopefully get it out in 2 weeks. That way we can get back on pace. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, I got a severely underrated out, Mars Attacks. I will have another severely underrated out tomorrow. And later in the week, I will have an In Defense of.
Yeah, guys. We're gonna get on out of here. We will see you Wednesday for Space Jam. Everyone have a great night.